I recently started playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare after a couple of years of taking a break from Call of Duty, and I started sniping. And I realized that a lot of the tactics that I applied back in the day to be a great sniper are still actually available. So in this video, I want to go over about 15 fundamentals that are going to make you a better sniper in Modern Warfare. And the reason why I want to make this video is because there's a lot of people out there that think that to be a great sniper, they have to land all these quick scopes and they have to have like perfect aim. But there are a lot of gameplay tactics that you can apply into your Modern Warfare gameplay to actually be a more consistent sniper. And for the most part, finish, of course, every game at least with a positive KD. So with that said, let's get straight into some of these tactics, and for some of the tips, I'm going to be, of course, putting up specific gameplay examples so that you guys get what I mean. So the first thing that I always like to do when I'm playing a sniper is I always like to pay attention to my minimap. Why am I talking about the minimap when it's something that should be so obvious? Look, right here on the minimap, I know that there's a teammate right in front of me, but he's not watching this front side that I'm taking a look at right now. So I know that for the most part, a bad guy was going to come eventually from that specific container. I also know now on the minimap that my teammate is right behind me, so a bad guy is not going to be coming up from behind me. Neither is a bad guy going to be coming out from the left, so that's why I'm going to now take a look at this right side right here. I'm doing something very, very simple that is going to help me get more kills as a sniper by just paying attention to my minimap. Every single time one of my teammates die, a skull is going to appear on the minimap, and that skull is going to tell me where they died specifically. This is something that I do and I've always done as a Call of Duty player to get more kills. I always take a look and aim where the white skulls are at. As you guys saw, you guys see that white skull on the screen? I knew that there was going to be a lot of enemies there. Well, I actually didn't end up landing my snipe. It's all good, but the point is, when you get a kill with your sniper, make sure that you guys scope out and make sure that you guys are looking out for those skulls, because then you can just aim down sight to the line of sight that skull came out, and you guys can get a free easy kill out of that. Number 3, positioning is always really, really important. And number 4, cover is also very, very important. The positioning that I had, you know, right here in this gameplay example was perfect. Why? Because I was behind cover, and on top of all that, I always had sort of like a form of retreat, right? There was always the backside of, the container area in shoot house that I could always run to if I would see a lot of enemies coming my way. And look at this positioning, right? I'm just sitting here hard scoping, and enemies are just coming in one after another, and I'm getting easy kills. Why? Because I have good positioning and I also have cover, and if I start getting overwhelmed, I can just throw a flashbang and run back to get even more positioning. Tip number 5, the crosshair placement is always really, really important. Let's actually switch up to this gameplay that I had in Rust, and let's take a look at how my crosshair placement is going to be helping me out when it comes down to getting a VTOL with a sniper. Crosshair placement, still after 10 years of playing Call of Duty, is still something that's really important with a sniper. So right here, I'm going to scope in exactly where my crosshair was at, and it's going to give me an easy kill, which means that when I'm scoped in into the sniper, I don't have to be aiming like all the time a lot. Let's actually go back to shoot house real quick. Don't run a lot with the sniper, and if you are gonna run, do what I do here, right? I stop running and I make sure that I scope in into this corridor and line of sight, because I know that a bad guy might show up. If you guys are sure that a bad guy is going to show up from a specific corridor, then make sure that you're as still as possible and you have your crosshair placement so that you can get that sexy quick scope that I recently just got right there. Let me share with you guys another fundamental that helps me be a little more consistent with snipers in Modern Warfare. So right here, this dude is actually going to finish me off, and it just so happens that I'm going to spawn in at the other side of the map. I know this dude might come from this corridor, and guess what? He's going to come through the corridor and I'm going to eliminate him. The tip that I'm trying to tell you guys is, if you guys get shot on the other side of the map and you spawn on the opposite side of the map, make sure that you get a good line of sight to where the bad guy that killed you might actually come from, because for the most part, that's always just an easy kill. Let me talk about another fundamental that has helped me in all of these Call of Duties throughout the year: drag scoping. That's when you scope in right close to the bad guy, but then you just drag the scope just a little bit so that you can finish off the dude, and it's gonna be just like that. Okay, that was kind of like a really bad example, but this is another example of drag scoping. I scoped into like the general direction of where the bad guy was going to be, and then I just made a couple of adjustments. Drag scoping is really good. Another thing that has helped me out, let's take a look at this gameplay example. I'm gonna take my time to take my shots sometimes, right? Because in some scenarios, like, we're so focused on getting a specific quick scope that we don't know that we can just hold, you know, scope in our sights and actually just get an easy kill on someone that might just be right around the corner. I see people on the B flag, I'm going to shoot them, then I'm going to switch my positioning. Why? Because if I shoot from point A, the enemy is going to be aiming towards point A. It's going to be an easy kill for him for the most part if I miss my shot. But if I shoot from point A and then I move to point B, the enemy isn't going to be expecting that, and he's going to be aiming towards point A, which means that I might be able to have a super easy kill. Another fundamental that I want to share is you guys want to make sure that you're conscious of your sniper plays, right? You guys want to make sure that you're applying the tactics that I'm sharing in this video on a consistent basis. And the best way to apply these tactics is that you guys are always asking yourself the right questions during the gameplay. Like, is this good positioning? Do I have a good line of sight on the objective? Okay, this bad guy just killed me. Do I have a line of sight that might destroy him if, of course, I go to a specific area of the map close to where I spawned in, right? Do I have a good escape route if I get overwhelmed? Can I throw a flashbang before I am about to fight this team, right? You guys need to make sure that you're taking full advantage of your loadout as well. Many times I throw a flashbang before I get into an engagement because I know it's going to be an easy kill. Last but not least, just keep playing, right? That's the most important fundamental. You need to make sure that you're tactical and slow with your gameplay at times, but not to the point where, you know, you're playing like a freaking camper, all right? You don't have to play like a camper to do really good with a sniper. Let's take a look at some slow tactical gameplay. I'm going to slowly aim down sight to see if this high traffic area is going to have some bad guys, and then I'm going to see that it has 2 bad guys. So I'm going to shoot 1 bad guy, then I'm going to run back into cover, and then I'm going to pop out again. That other bad guy might have not known that I was going to pop back again, all right? Again, it's all about making sure that you have the positioning, that you have the cover. I just want to point out as well, something that I like to do very often with the sniper is I like to shoot my sniper and then I like to go prone so I can do the bolt action animation, and then usually I go prone behind cover. All right, that's going to, of course, give me some protection, and like that, as I'm popping up, I'm also aiming down the scope so that I can get an easy kill. These fundamentals are very easy to apply. Anyone can apply it, and if you can apply them in your gameplay, you're going to see some results in your sniper gameplay, guys. All right, trust me, this is coming from a Call of Duty veteran. I know I make Save the World videos, guys, but I play Call of Duty hardcore for years, and at one point I was one of the top 500 players worldwide in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That's right, I was a fucking monster. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this video. I'm sorry that the gameplay isn't really as crisp. It's just that I'm recording with OBS because for some reason, you know, this game just doesn't really record with NVIDIA Shadowplay no matter what I do, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tips video with the sniper. If you did, feel free to subscribe because I'm going to be making some more Call of Duty videos. Hey, feel free to like the video as well, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Peace out.